What's good? I'm in black. Good luck to you. I made a whole lot of fucking off-season fucking trades.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He's not going to get me.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Thomas, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Boyd. That's good for 28 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Hang on to that, Michael Thomas.
He had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Here's Mayfield. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Ready to fucking turn over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. There's a
Can someone guard the fucking tight
end? And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
We go, set. 10-2 start. We go. Watch the Cover.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Looking to throw it, Minshew.
Oh my God, that fucking tight end.
For a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mayfield on first down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll run with Mixon. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
You would.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Yeah, you probably stop this too.
Now Mayfield
touchdown.
on 4th down.
Yes, it came open.
He's got his man, Boyd.
He's sitting that blitz.
For a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, 27 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Yeah. Nah, as soon as I seen that blitz, And I seen Boyd across the middle open. I wasn't going to hesitate on that one. Not on fourth down. Any other down I may would have hesitated, but...
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25.
I said, if it wouldn't have been fourth down, I may would have hesitated, but...
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hesitate on fourth down.
Right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to this fucking
Ford, it'll bring up
roster.
second down.
I joined late last season.
Fournette running right.
Fuck. He's going.
A foot race. He's at the 40.
Damn it.
Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 70 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Yeah, I tried to.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum.
Nah, that was me.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead,
I played a game last night. I pissed a dude off. I blocked 3 fucking extra points on him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
Michael Thomas, hold on to a fucking ball.
Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mayfield to throw it. And he connects with Vance McDonald.
Michael Thomas
really
pissing
down to the
me off
ground at
right
the
now.
39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Bounce right, yes. Ah!
That
was almost a perfect one.
Bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
That was almost perfect.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And he gets
Stop
this one
letting him
just
open
shy of
holes
the
like
40.
that.
They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Do it.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They go play action here on first down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
I think this is where we see how the game has
Took that
moved
damn
along
chance,
a
man. I'm
little
glad
bit.
it paid off.
Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from
Oh
the
my
free
God, I
safety
was not
position,
expecting you to
someone
fucking
should
run
break
that on
open.
2nd and 19.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
I was about to say, if I don't get that kick.
By Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
He's going to air it out deep for
What?
Green.
What
and
the?
that'll line
AJ
up
Green.
Incomplete. Trying to give his man room to
AJ
run
Green,
under
what the
it,
hell
but
are you
it's
doing?
second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about
Like,
an offense's
AJ
ability
Green
to
just
keep a
literally ran
defense off
straight over
balance
that
with what
ball.
they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Joe Mixon, don't fuck it up.
Well,
Oh my
second down
God,
pass play
Mixon.
there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't
That was so
completions on
fucking
first and second
open,
down.
too.
Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess
Trying
what?
to at least get a
You're likely
fucking
going to
field
have
goal out of
to.
this fucking half. Maybe
So
a one
back-to-back
possession game.
incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Damn nice breakup, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox, light. Ready?
Fournette. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
60 outlaw. Watch 54. Pilot, 64. Win. Go.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fournette on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, echo. Even. 4 down. Even. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew, he's going to let this go.
Back
of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Now a timeout coming here defensively, as on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he missed
the icing worked.
It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
That was huge. You missed that for me.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
It got his man complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards.
On the ready.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
80 weapon. Check 26, check 26. Switch.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Bravo. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. The ball popped in the
another
air,
one, Jesse Bates.
intercepted.
I don't know why it came out.
Jesse Bates.
I don't know why it came out.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd
Oh,
and
yeah,
11.
definitely not.
I got you.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get Thomas that time, but it'll be second down.
I'll give up my fucking first round pick for his ass. Yeah, I gave up I had the second overall pick. I gave up him. Gave up my first overall pick, a third round pick, and a backup receiver. We got Michael Thomas and Ramczyk, right tackle that was played for the Saints.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Mayfield looking long for Thomas. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Jesse Bates' confidence should be high with 2 of them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.
Try to trade them a week or 2.
From the 27, Minshew.
What the fuck? Trey Waynes? Like, you should have fucking had a pick right there. Probably a pick 6.
Well, big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Again, it's Fournette. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away
man, I'll be coming for them blocks.
And now we find out about the fortitude.
I pissed the dude off last night, blocked 3 of them.
They were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
I had that dude hot as hell when I blocked that damn third one
last night. And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Fucking still didn't end up fucking losing the damn game though. Fucking lost 55-48. But I was down by like 21 in the last damn 2 minutes and scored 14 points late.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try to fashion together a drive.
You got fucking throw a lot more than what you want. And I obviously seen I could not run my fucking
now 6 for 6 is coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Michael Thomas.
That is incomplete. He couldn't hold
Michael Thomas won't be on the trade block.
Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands
already.
Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39.
All right, Maddox,
that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. A first down throw for Mayfield.
Of course.
Heavy traffic and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Fournette fights loose. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. On the carry, Thompson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense making a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Mayfield on 1st down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot.
Michael Thomas ain't caught a fucking ball all damn game.
Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball.
I was wondering if something. I know it wasn't. I wasted my shit to trade for his ass.
Here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Everything you do from that sideline.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, from the coordinator,
on the field,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road.
That's what I fucking hate. The scoreboard looks a lot worse than
It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and now it's third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Go! 50, plant. Double time. 4 down. Say go.
And they take a knee.
Good game, fam.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Jacksonville, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.